Today, I'm going to show you 5 free AI SEO tools that literally blew my mind and helped me achieve results like this with SEO. They'll change the way you approach search engine optimization. They're powerful, easy to use, and I'll show you exactly how to use each one to get better rankings of SEO. And they'll give you a competitive advantage for your workflows that you never knew was possible. So stick around, you don't want to miss this. Let's go. So the first tool that we're going to check out is Perplexity. This is a free Chrome extension. You can install it straight away. It's free and it's basically source-based research. So quite often when you're using ChatGPT, it's not fact-based. Potentially 50% of the facts you have in your article could be totally wrong. Now that's the beauty of Perplexity, because if I show you an example, right? If I say, tell me the top 10 best bird feeders. And you can do this for any niche, replace it with any topic, hit go like that. And now what it's going to do is give us a list of the top 10 best bird feeders. And it's not just like some mumbo jumbo that's found out of nowhere. As you can see, this is based on various sources. So it's actually fact-based data, which is really powerful because all of a sudden the quality of your research is not just based on ChatGPT putting his finger in the air and trying to figure out what's going on. As you can see here, you've got a source for every single product on the list. And that's really powerful. And we can actually open up those sources and it will give us the competitor articles that have mentioned these products as the best bird feeders for their products. So if we look, we've got the Brome squirrel solution. If we copy that, you can see that it's literally taken the top product from the competitor article and then popped it as one of the best bird feeders. And if we scroll on this page as well, we can see that this is listed as the best overall. So it's actually fact-based data. We don't need to worry about what's the actual best product. It's already there for free. We've got it there. So it's like having a researcher doing all the hard work for you. You can imagine how long this would take if you tried to look through all your competitors' articles. It would take absolutely ages to figure out. And there's many more use cases for this. So when you're pumping out review articles, money pages, that sort of thing, this is really powerful. And you can use this for content outlines too. If we say to Perplexity, I'm writing an article about the best bird feeders, what topics should I include? This is actually going to give us some competitor research. So we can see here, it's recommended including the title, how to choose the right kind of bird feeder. And if we check on this page, that's based on this article here. We've got some other tips, some other competing articles that we could potentially use. And what's also nice is it's already given us the people also ask section. So we don't need to scrape Google and try and find FAQs. It's already there for us for free. And then it will answer it straight away if you want the answers too. Now there's so much more to it than that. If we go to Amazon.com, for example, and we ask to search this domain, aka Amazon, and we say, what are the best bird feeding products? And now it's given us 5 relevant products with the product links based on Amazon. So if you're creating product pages, it's 10 times easier. You can give it to a VA. We've got all the sources here and then they're listed below. Very nice academic way of doing SEO. I respect that. Or you can just choose to search the internet. You can type your keyword into Google and then check your competitors like this. And if we open up Perplexity, change it to this page over here, and we'll say, give me the LSI keywords for this page. And there we go, we've got a list of related keywords that we could include on the page based on these sources. We're good to go. Or you could type your keyword into Google like this, and then let's say you want to create a content outline based on the top ranking competitors. So you can go to whichever competitor you want. For example, let's just check out my site down here. We'll open up, and if we open up Perplexity, we click this page, give me a content outline based on this content. We'll hit enter. Now we've got a content outline based on the top ranking competitors for our page. You can see it's all broken down nicely here. So we've got the introduction, the best products to use, comparison tables, conclusion, the source. And it's so simple to scrape your competitors now. You could even say, right, grade this content for SEO on a scale of 1 to 10 based on this page. And Perplexity will give you a score out of 10 based on the SEO content on your page. So as it says, the content is of high quality, relevance, results are informative, valuable information, it's relevant to the day, content is well structured and easy to read, yada yada. Basically, it's loving my article that I actually created with AI, and you can see you can quantitatively grade it based on this. Now you could even say, grade this content for SEO on a scale of 1 to 10 and give me recommendations to improve it. We'll hit enter. And now for some reason, it's downgraded my content from 9 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10, strange. But at the same time, we have got some specific improvements we could make to this page to rank it higher. Now, another really powerful Chrome extension that you can use is Harper AI. Extremely powerful for SEO. It's free to use. You can download it, get the Chrome extension. It's going to look a bit like this. And you can actually use it to monitor changes in your content. So if you have a competitor that you're trying to outrank and you're checking, right, are they changing their content? How are they optimizing it? You can set up a custom monitor the page, and then you can set up how often it schedules, how often it actually checks a page, what to check, like for example, changes in the HTML or the human readable text. You can set up a trigger, so if the content changes by 5% or 10%, etc., then send me an alarm. And also what type of notification you get. So you could say every time this competitor changes their page for SEO, then send me an email or play a sound and let me know about it. So it's basically a way to spy on your competitors and figure out what they're doing to improve their rankings. Another cool thing you can do is you can get the too long didn't read version of other videos, and let's say you're researching SEO tools or products for your review pages. If you click on the actual video and then you're going to open up Harper like this, we'll go back to the AI section. And then you can say, based on the YouTube video transcript like this, so you just hit the button there, you say, give me the action points from this video. It summarizes all the actionable takeaways from that video, so you don't even have to spend like 10 minutes watching it. You can just get the actionables here, and you can see step by step, it teaches you exactly what you can do. And by the way, these are some great things you can do with Harper, for example, like scraping your top 10 competitors, creating a content outline based on the articles, generating SEO titles and meta descriptions, scraping the people also asked section on Google, and all these other things, right? Let me show you an example. One feature that I really love is if you type in your keyword that you're trying to rank for on Google, let's say you're creating a new article, you can open up Harper like this, so easy, it just pops up in the bottom right. And then you could say, based on the page text, give me an SEO title, so you're analyzing your competitors, and then creating a relevant SEO title that creates curiosity, is engaging, and no more than 50 characters, so that the word limit doesn't get cut off when we rank this page on Google. And as you can see here, it's giving us a nice, fun SEO title based on the current year, based on what else is ranking. So much easier and faster than anything else I've seen. Probably better than most copywriters are going to do for you. Or you could say, what's the search intent of this keyword based on the page text? And there you can see it actually breaks down the search intent. Now, this can be really confusing for a lot of people because if you don't have the right search intent for your article, it's never going to rank for SEO. A lot of people, when they're creating content for SEO, they actually go after completely the wrong search intent. If you scroll down the page, right, you can see that even though this keyword is about male parakeet, the top ranking page is actually about what the difference between male and female parakeets. And if you're not careful, you could write an article about a totally different subject that's never going to rank because it doesn't solve the problem that people are searching onto Google. So here's what you need to do instead. If you type what's the search intent of this keyword based on page, it's going to tell you not only is this keyword informational and therefore not a money page you're going to monetize, but it tells you exactly what the user is seeking based on the searches that are already ranking. And then you can use that to brief your team, to give them tips on how to write the article. You could plug that into ChatGPT and say, here's the search intent of my article, here's the keyword I'm going after, therefore can you match the article to that? And it even gives you other topics you should include in your article. So people are searching in the other related search queries section for details on the behavior and characteristics of male parakeets, how to identify their gender. And these are all subheadings and topics that you could include in your article to rank it higher. And then finally, it gives us an overall summary. So you could take that, go to ChatGPT and say, write an article on male parakeets, give it the search intent. And now based on the search intent of that article, ChatGPT knows exactly what to write about. And these two free AI SEO tools just work perfectly together. It's a nice little workflow, doesn't take you much time to automate. It's just a bit of copying and pasting. And it stops you going in the wrong direction with your content. You could also go to one of your competitors' pages and say, give me a bullet point, too long, didn't read version of this page, plus a content outline, and then you just include the page text like that. You paste it in. And here we go. We've got the TLDR, so that saves us time. And then we've also got the content outline ready to go. It's easy, it's free, it's based on your competitors, it's very easy to automate. And these sort of workflows and systems that you build into your business will just make ranking with SEO way easier. Now, let's take Harper to a whole new level. This is something I've never shown anyone before. So what you can do is we get some really old dodgy videos of me, and we've got this video, and you can do this with any video that's a tutorial. Take the transcript with Harper, So you say YouTube transcript, and you would say take the YouTube transcript and turn it into an SOP. So you can take a tutorial like this and very quickly turn it into a set of instructions, which means any YouTube video, feel free to do this with any of my tutorials, right? You can take the transcript from the article and turn it into an SOP so that you've got a system to outsource to any of your team. If you need to train like 1,000 people, well, you can just give them the video and the SOP like this, and it organizes it really nicely, as you can see. So you've got the title here, you've got the purpose, so exactly what you're going to do, the scope of the SOP. This is way more professional than I normally do it. And you've got the procedure as well. So here's step by step what you need to do to build backlinks with Harper. And when you're bringing on loads of writers, editors, link builders, whatever you need, you can take YouTube videos, turn them into an SOP, and at the end, not only does it break it down into simple steps, but it gives you a conclusion. And here's how to take it to another level. When you're hiring people, when you're doing this yourself and you want to turn it into a system that you can just rinse and repeat over and over again, well, you can actually get the common mistakes and do's and don'ts that are explained in this video and then turn them into things to do and things to avoid. So you can see here we've got some guidelines on what you should do when you build backlinks with Harper. You've also got some things of what you shouldn't do with Harper. So for example, don't write anything controversial or unprofessional. And I think for most entrepreneurs, most people running an SEO business, creating an SOP in a process is one of the biggest mental blocks we have because it's not a fun, glamorous job. So in just 2 minutes, you can automate it. You can take any process you find on YouTube and you're good to go on that. I could go on all day about the use cases of Harper, but let's move on to the next one, which is AIPRM. Now, AIPRM is a free plugin, Chrome extension that you can install. It works perfectly with ChatGPT like this, and it's ridiculous how many prompts there are. When I first started checking this out, there was about 190. Now there's over 2,800. It's just endless. This is actually one of the reasons I stopped using this tool, because it was just blowing my mind too much and distracting me from the existing workflows and processes and systems I'd used already for AI. But basically, as you can see, almost any single AI or SEO related prompt that you can think of with ChatGPT is already plugged in here. You can write a blog. Apparently, you can write a complete book in one click or write one article to rank number one on Google. Some of these prompts are not going to be perfect, but if you want to check out the full library and some descriptions of each, you can scroll through the website like this. It's got all the public prompts. You can create your own prompts like this. You can scroll through and separate by topics. You can see copywriting or dev. If you want to get really technical, I don't understand what any of this is. You've got marketing related stuff, so you can get a content calendar in one click. So let's filter down to SEO. We'll give some examples. Now, one of the most powerful ways to use AIPRM, I don't really like the human detection AI content bypasses on there. I don't think they really work when I've tested them personally. But if you filter down the topic to SEO and then change this to keywords, this is one of the best use cases of AI in general. And AIPRM gives you a lot of interesting ideas to do keyword research. So let's say you want to generate a ton of keywords around SEO link building. What we can do is just type in the topic there. We'll hit enter like this. And all of a sudden we've got a ton of keywords related to link building. You can see here we've got ideas. We could create articles on each of these topics. That'd be a really powerful way. It doesn't give you the competition stats, but it does give you a lot of keyword ideas in one. Now, what's really powerful is finding keyword clusters based on the semantic relevance. So if we use our SEO link building example here, we're going to use a prompt keyword cluster like this. And now we have a nice breakdown of a table with the cluster, the keyword, the search intent, and the language. So you can see whether it's informational or commercial, whether you're actually going to make money from that article, the main keyword, and then the cluster related to it. And it basically trains ChatGPT as a keyword research expert. So it classifies your keywords into commercial and transactional intent, and it groups the keywords into clusters based on their semantic relevance. So for example, bird species and habits, bird watching tips and techniques, bird feeding and care products, and then gives you the table. Real easy. Usually this used to take about an hour to do. Now you've got it in like 30 seconds. Now, what happens if you can't find exactly what you want, but you have an idea in your head and you're not sure how to find that tool? Just create your own free SEO tool. So that's what we do these days. Even if you don't have any coding experience, very easy to do. If you go to ChatGPT, I would recommend GPT-4 if you can. And you just say, give me a bookmark alert to say, find keyword density for a page. Now, what ChatGPT is going to give you is a piece of JavaScript code. Don't worry, you don't need to be technical to use it. And then you can add that bookmark to your toolbar. I'll show you how to do it. And you just copy the code, right? So we're going to take the code that ChatGPT gave us, like this. Just create a new bookmark. You can hit the star over here. We're going to edit one that we already have, like this. And now if we click the bookmarklet tool that we've just created, it's going to say enter your keywords. So let's say we're trying to check a page for the keyword density of SEO. What it's going to do, if we click OK, is give us a keyword density for that score. You could even type in multiple keywords to check multiple keywords on the page. In fact, in many ways, probably faster than finding a tool in the Google Chrome extension store, because now you can just take the idea from your head, paste it into ChatGPT, bookmark it, bing bang bosh, you're ready to go. So if we hit that again, and you can say SEO articles, SEO, write in SEO articles, all right? And we're going to check the keyword density of all 3 keywords. There we go. We've got a keyword density breakdown for each article. This is useful because we can see, right, how many times does this competitor mention the keyword on the page, and therefore how can we outrank it by having the same keyword density, but improving the quality of our content, and the research is just so much easier. Or let's say you've got a backlink from someone you want to check whether it's no follow or do follow. You can ask ChatGPT to give you a tool that highlights no follow links on the page. All you do is you do something like this, you get the code, you copy and paste it into your bookmark. So we can take the code like this, paste it into our bookmark. Now we're going to test it, see if it works. And as you can see, it's highlighted the no follow backlinks on the page. If we inspect it, let's make sure it actually works. And you can see that it's got the no follow tag right there. And then what you can actually do is ask ChatGPT to combine all of those into an all-in-one SEO tool, do whatever you need to, and then copy and paste it code just like you normally would. If you want to see more tips on that, make sure you check out my free course. I've got a whole breakdown video on it that gives you the prompts to use as well. The final free tool that I want to show you is Bing. Of all things, right? Bing is really powerful because there are some cool features on here that you can use for SEO that most people don't know about. For example, if you wanted to create a markup table that you can just copy and paste into your article that's going to make your informational content more interesting, well, you can say to Bing, give me a table of pros and cons for bird feeders, and it gives you a list of pros and cons for bird feeders that you can paste into your article, but also it's fact-based. So you can see the sources here. It's not going to be perfect 100% of the time, but you can see the power of this. Let's take it a step further and say I want to create a product comparison table of the top 10 products that I'm researching from article, and I want star ratings, I want pros and cons, I want a list of each product. What you can do is say create a product table of the top 10 bird feeders with star ratings and the pros and cons, and here you go, product, star rating, pros, cons, copy and paste it straight into your article, you're ready to go, bing bang bosh. But wait, there's more. So you can also use Microsoft Designer to create content for your articles that makes things more interesting. And you can see a list of examples here. So people have created cards with them, templates of collages, they've created animated designs. And this just saves you spending like 2 hours on Canva trying to figure it out. So you can say, give me a featured post for my blog article about search engine optimization. It comes up with loads of ideas here. You can choose whether you want it to be square, landscape, or portrait. Let's choose landscape because it's going to be the featured image for our article. And now you can use this on your article. When people land on the page, it's got a nice featured banner. You're good to go. Took 2 minutes to generate. So that's the basic stuff. What about this? You could actually take stats related to your article and then plug them into Designer like this, say turn it into an image, the worth of the FU. Then you take that fact, you put it into a nicely designed graphic like this, even an animated one. And now you can plug that into your article. You can download it like this. You can tweak it if you want to, change the colors. You can check through different designs, see what looks good, etc. And it's just too easy to create nicely designed graphics that you can plug into your SEO articles. So thanks very much for watching. You now know 5 free AI SEO tools that you can use to rank your website. If you want a free link building book, check that out on my site, juliangoldie.com. If you want a free course on ChatGPT and how to rank with SEO, then check that out. I'll leave the link in the comments. And thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.